We've got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Glad to have you with us in Athens, Ohio. Eden Stadium, home to the Ohio Bobcats. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on another team from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Ohio's offense will start this game off. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bobcats moving quickly to the line. Guys, let's take just a second and talk a little Ohio. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. Three-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a three-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere to play in.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Three and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Here's the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Marshall's offense will have its first possession of the game. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll give it to him again. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what you're...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Herd! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll test the right side. Got enough for the first. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Might as well give it to him again. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
7, Ohio, 0.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. To the air, it's Allen. And the pressure pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. There he goes. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Thundering Herd.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. Made a defender miss. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. He wants to change this route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. A strike downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
To the air on 1st down. He's got it on the run. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. They want to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to keep it in the air. Touchdown, Marshall! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Never considered the field goal from the 20. It's 4th and inches. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Madden. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And this defense, just a little bit of a letdown right before the half. Been controlling this football game, been dominating this football game, giving up points, got to go into half, get it buckled back down, get that intensity cranked back up.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. The running back has it. Got enough for the first down. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On the run, it's Traore. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Let's go. Might be calling a hot route. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Remaining seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Bobcats will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for blockers.
The lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Takes the handoff. It's Traore. Got the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Hurd! And the punishment has been extended. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He'll do it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Gonna look downfield again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Here we go. Cooler 18.
Back to pass, it's Allen. Under fire. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
The Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Fires deep on the run. Brings it in down the left side. Open spaces. Running inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have...
He's loose on the left. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Marshall! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Bobcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight.
After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll throw it from the red zone. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. There's a long and storied history of
3 receiving touchdowns to that one guy.
And this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
All right, man. So 58-21 the final score. 516 yards of total offense. Rushed for 226 and 3 touchdowns. 21-25 for 295 passing touchdowns. They threw for 245, 3 touchdowns. One guy had like 185 by himself or something. They were 13-17 passing. 2 of 7 on 3rd down. We were 2 of 4 on 3rd, 2 of 4 on 4th down. They were 1 for 1 on 4th down. They turned the ball over once with an interception. We took a penalty for 5 yards. Time possession, almost triple. That's their quarterback there, the senior. You see, 95 overall. That's what they were talking about early in the game. I don't know if you're going to see that part. It might get edited out. But he showed out. Our QB, the freshman, stepped up big time. 21-25, 295 passing touchdowns. Rushing side, Traore, 19 carries, 211 yards, 2 touchdowns. His backup, also a senior, 3 carries, 22 yards, and a touchdown. He doesn't get many carries. I was trying to set it up where he got more carries, but Boone got sacked one time. On the receiving side, Goins, 9 catches, 145 yards, 3 touchdowns. Ishmael, 6 catches, 54 yards. Converted over from tight end playing wide receiver. Ogden, 3 catches, 54 yards, 2 touchdowns. Big tight end, he stepped up late. Byam, 3 catches, 37 yards. Charles dropped the pass. Here, matter of fact. Five for 154, still. Damn it. Want to break everything right now, man. All right, man, so they gave up 4 pancakes. Gave up 4 sacks. We gave up that 1 sack. 17 pancakes for North, 16 for Badgett, 16 for Mallory. Ooh, I was going to call Malloy. 7 for Crumpler, 6 for Worthy, 4 for Ishmael, 3 for Ogden, 1 for Troy Orr. Defensive side looks like we were led by me, Hacker, 6 catches. I said 6 catches. I'm just trying to get through this. 6 tackles, 5 tackles for losses, 2 sacks. Rourke with 5 tackles, a tackle for a loss. Ray with 5 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss and a sack. Fine, 4 tackles, 3 tackles for losses. Ray had a sack, Hayes had a sack, Young had a sack. Many tackles for losses. The 1 interception goes to Owens. All right, y'all. Appreciate you for tuning in. Stay smart. Stay tuned. More action to come. Remix.